Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to Moon Flow. Let's begin at the front of our mat, feet parallel to each other, and begin to deepen your breath. Allow your breath to form your stance here rather than the other way around, rather than us opening the chest and aligning everything. Begin to deepen your breath and feel your breath working through your body, working its way into aligning you, aligning your emotions, and aligning your mind as well as your physicality, and just work the opposite way of what we normally try to line ourselves up and then begin to deepen the breath. But just stand tall here, and as you inhale, feel the breath filling you and lifting you and opening you in all the areas that you need to open up, and relaxing you in all the areas that you need to relax. So begin to observe your breath and its action on your mind, body, emotions. Inhale your arms out, hands, fingertips reaching away from each other. Lock your hips, turn to your right, hands still reaching away from each other. Inhale back forward and opposite side. Inhale forward, lifting over the head. Exhale, diving to the floor. Inhale, look ahead of you. Step back into plank. Take your right leg up. Step it across from your body, outer edge of the foot on the ground. Take a side plank that is rainbow-like, so you're taking an arc, arching the body here, lifting. Both hands on the floor, hips facing down, outer edge pressing into the floor of the foot. Back to one-legged plank. Lift your heel. Step your right foot behind your left wrist, and you can let the knee fall out to the side, let the left heel drop down, and just explore this hip sensation here without pushing it. We're still warming up. And back to one-legged plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Drop the foot down, upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walking in place, moving in place. Plank. Take the left foot up, bring it across, arch the body in a arching side plank. Drop the hands on the ground, outer edge of the foot on the ground. Back to one-legged plank. Step your left foot behind the right wrist, drop the heel to the side. Flex your feet and just feel this hippie sensation. And back to one-legged plank. Chaturanga, drop the foot back down, upward dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Walking in place, moving the hips, moving the spine. And we're going to round the spine here as we bring the shoulders over the wrists, bend the knees round, and go into up dog and reverse, rounding and back to down dog. One more time. This time King's Cobra on your toes, and again rounding back, tippy toes, and back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot behind the right wrist, stay on your tippy toes, and just begin to let the outer edge of your foot drop down and let the knee drop out to the side just slightly. If mindful here with these moves, they should feel completely pleasant, no pain. You can drop the back leg on the ground. And back into one-legged down dog. Roll the right hip on top of the left. Opening Wild Thing. Side plank, left hand on the floor. Three side plank, right foot on the left inner thigh. Grab your ankle, right hand to right ankle, and bring your foot to the front of your mat. And take a little stretch here. Hip flexor, inner thigh stretch. And step it back plank. Lower down Chaturanga, upward dog. Back to Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and step it between the left leg up and step it between behind the left wrist. And from here begin to slowly find your place here, dropping the outer edge of the foot down and dropping the knee out. Gentle. You can drop the other knee on the ground. There is different sensations that you can feel in your body. All should feel like a mild stretch. Coming back up, one-legged down dog, open the hip on top of the right, step it back in wild thing. Side plank. Three side plank. Grab your left ankle with your left hand and guide your foot to the front and stretch her mildly. Step it back into plank, lower down Chaturanga, upward dog. And let's bring the chin parallel to the floor. Look over your right shoulder and left and right and left. Excellent. And now shifting the hips side to side. And back to center, Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, high lunge. Exhale the hands behind you, clasping, open. Reach over your head, deepen your lunge and reach back. Exhale the right hand down the left leg, twist. Coming out of the twist, open into warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Walking the left hand down the left leg, exhale both hands on the floor, windmill them to the floor, step back, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, step it between your hands, high lunge, hands behind you, clasping, open, back bend. Reach over your head with your hands, tuck the tailbone under, deepen the back bend. Coming out, twist, left hand down the right leg. Inhale. Coming out of this, warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Windmill the hands all the way to the floor. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down, placing the space above your knee on the ground. Deepen here in a moon crescent, moon lunge. Reach over to your right. You can twist. Exhale your hands on the floor. Step back. Lower down, upward dog, downward dog, moving through another chaturanga. Inhale the left leg up, step the left foot between the hands, drop the back knee back so that the left knee is above the left ankle and the right knee is moving as far back as you can comfortably move it so that there is a stretch here. Your tailbone under. You can deepen this stretch and twist. Coming out of it. This feels great on the spine. Back to plank, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, drop the back knee down. Bring your hands onto your, left knee down, bring your hands onto the right knee and press your chest open as you extend your tailbone down. Alright, feeling this. And we're going to bring the left hand on the floor, lift the back knee off the floor, twist. Drop onto the outer edges of your feet, deepen the twist, reach over your head and press the right hip back. Grab your right ankle with your right hand and transition into tree side plank, bringing the foot into the inner thigh. Reaching over the head. And take plank, step the feet down, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, step the left foot between the hands, drop the right knee down, and come up. Hands onto your left knee, tuck the tailbone under and press back. Feel this. Reaching over the head, exhale, right hand on the floor, lift the right knee off the floor, twist. Reaching over the head, you can drop onto the outer edges of your feet here, pressing the left hip away from the fingertips on the left hand. Bring the left hand onto your left ankle, tree, side plank tree pose. Reaching over the head. Release. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And back to Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. High lunge. Hands right in front of your right foot and bring the left leg straight up into standing half splits. Step back the left leg far back into the preparing poses for splits, but don't go as far as you can, just stretch. Breathe into your legs and into your hips. And step it back. Plank, Chaturanga, upward dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. High lunge. One breath, standing half splits. Step it back, all the way back, and hold here. Not as far as you can, but definitely feel a stretch. And breathe into your hips, into your hamstrings, into your hip flexor and quadriceps. Breathe all the tension out. And inhale, suppleness and flexibility. Great, step it back. Plank, Chaturanga, upward dog. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands, high lunge. Reach ahead of you and bring the right hand underneath the right thigh, clasping here, and look ahead of you. Bring your hands out, you can do a mudra. Deepen it. Both hands on the ground. You can lift into an arm balance maybe. And move into Chaturanga. Upward dog, back to Chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. High lunge. Big breath in. Let's bring the chest parallel to the floor and bring the left shoulder underneath the left knee, clasping and looking ahead of you. and open out. Palms of the hands or hands to the sides. And you can lower the hands down and lift into arm balance. Step it back. Open. And back into downward facing dog. And we're going to walk the hands back to the back of the mat. Walk your feet on the outside of your mat and lower down in a forward bend. And you can move left to right. Walk to the front of your mat. Down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. High lunge. From here, bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and see if you can clasp. If you cannot clasp, just hold a twist with the elbow and the hands reaching. Inhale, coming out of this, standing half splits, hands in front of the right foot. Flip the left leg up. Walk your hands over to the right of your right foot and stretch here. Come up to standing and wrap your left leg around your right leg. Hands in prayer, twist. Careful coming out of this. Shall we try the other side? Maybe. I will give it my best here. And coming out, I feel my balance challenge today. Coming out to standing half splits. Lift the left leg up. From here, step straight back into warrior two. Sink into your warrior. Straighten your leg, triangle. Reach ahead of you. Lower down, triangle pose. Reaching over the head. And from here, left hand in front of the right foot. Twist into twisting half moon, revolving half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Both hands down, come up to standing. This time you're bringing your left ankle above the right knee. Sit back here in a hip opener. And from here, grab your big toes with your left hand and big toe. And open here to the side. And open to the front. Step it back in high lunge. Exhale down. Vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. High lunge. Right elbow on the outside of, or even shoulder of the left knee, and maybe twist only if you enjoy twist with the clasp. Otherwise, reach up. You have to enjoy this. Inhale, coming out of this. Exhale, hands on the floor, standing half splits. Walk your hands over to your left. Stretch here. Coming up to standing. Right knee over the left. Hands in prayer, and we'll twist in both directions. Take your time. Coming up back to center. Definitely feel my balance challenge today. And over to the opposite side. And coming out of this, back to standing half splits. Step it back in warrior two. Straightening the leading knee. Open the hip and reach way ahead of you. Triangle pose. Softly bend your knees. A soft bend. Reaching over the head, look down and transition into revolving half moon or twisting half moon if that's more appropriate for a pose. Both hands on the ground. Come up to pigeon, standing pigeon. Right ankle over the left knee. Sit here and feel your hip, enjoying this. Grab your big toe with your right hand and come out of this. Open out and forward. Step it back, high lunge. Exhale the hands down. Plank. Step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. Bring both hands out. Right shoulder underneath the right knee. Great. Step it back in plank, opposite side. And bring your shoulder under. And again, plank. Right foot. Bring your shoulder a little deeper. You can turn the palms of your hands up here. Twist the arms. And opposite side. How about we bring the hands down and face the side of the mat. Take a side lunge and take again the same alignment. Shoulder under. Opposite side. And one more time on each side. Press your hips back. And left. Both hands on the floor. Step it back. Chaturanga, upward dog. And back to Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step it through, warrior one. Hands behind you, clasping open. Humble warrior, lower the forehead towards the ankle. Chest parallel to the floor. Left hand somewhere in front of the right foot. Revolving half moon. Step back into high lunge and bring your left shoulder on the outside of the right knee. Clasp or again adjust, modify. Great. From here, stepping forward. Standing half moon with a clasp. Since today my balance is off, I'm adding more balance. Okay, that is good. Step it back, high lunge. Exhale down. Plank, chaturanga, upward. Chaturanga, downward. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Warrior one. Clasping. Open. Humble warrior. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Bring the chest parallel to the floor, right hand on the floor, standing or revolving half. Step it back into high lunge, bring the right shoulder on the outside of the left knee, clasp, move behind you. And from here, you're going to go into standing half split. Step it back. Alright, good enough. Could be always, it can always be better. And lower down, plank. Step the right foot between the hands and begin to lower down in a form of splits or splits if you're there. And coming out of the splits, flex your right foot and come into pigeon. Elongating the spine, lower down. Inhale, walking back up. From here, lift onto your back toes and step your right foot at the front of your mat. Take side angle, and if you can clasp. We're still doing a hip opener if you feel it. From here, you're going to transition into half moon with a clasp. Both hands on the floor, step your feet at the front of your mat, straight back, inhale, come up to standing and arch. Exhale, hands over the third eye, pause for a moment here, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, look ahead of you, plank, chaturanga, upward dog. Back to chaturanga, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step it through and lower down into splits. Coming up into pigeon. Adjust your stance here and make sure to flex your foot. Lengthening the spine, lower down, shorter pigeon, but really breathe consciously into the area that we're targeting. Coming back up, come onto the toes on the right side. Coming up and step the left foot at the front of your mat. Take side angle and then clasp. We're still deepening, and from here go into half moon with a clasp. This is really the balancing class. So totally inappropriate for tonight. for me. Alright, both hands on the floor. Step your feet at the front. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Arch. Hands over the third eye. Pause. Close your eyes. See yourself bringing your eyes towards your physical eyes closed, bringing them towards your third eye. Looking at the third eye and seeing yourself enveloped in light, bathing in light. Allow this image to sink in, to permeate. Anytime during your day when you feel off balance, come back to seeing yourself as this image of enveloped by light, in a bubble of light. Body bending forward, forward bend. Shake your head. Hands on the ground, look ahead of you, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up and open the right hip on top of the left. Closing. Coming out, pigeon, this time a little longer. Level the hips, open, lengthen, lower down, breathe. Allowing the stuckness in your breath to dissolve as you exhale, and that way guiding the stuckness in your body to dissolve as well. Softening with each exhalation, melting into the floor. Slowly coming back up, back into one-legged down dog, circling the knee, step it back down, left leg comes up, open the hip, drop, wow thing. And pigeon. Flex the foot, level the hips, lengthen to the crown, lower down. back up. Begin the toes under. Circle the knee. Drop your knees on the ground, come into seated. Legs extending in front of you. Inhale, reaching over the head. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, coming up. Half lotus or right leg on the inside of the left thigh. Reaching forward bend. Inhale, coming up. Opposite side. Forward bend. Inhale, coming up. Legs opening in the width of your mat, forward bend. Inhale, coming up. Hands behind you, reverse plank. Lower down, right ankle over the left, bend, tabletop with a hip opener. Hold. Flex your foot, opposite side. Flex the foot. Lower down. Hands behind you, twist. Both heels on the floor. Opposite side. Our martial arts twist. And coming back up. Lower down onto the ground, onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest and just hug yourself here. Feeling the comfort of this pose. Spine twist, either knees crossing or just one knee to the side. Changing sides. Coming back up, plow. Shoulders stand. Plow. Knees over the ears. Coming out slowly. Soles of the feet together. Extend the legs on the ground one at a time. Make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. And lay here for a bit. Allowing yourself to experience nothingness, emptiness, dissolving. Allowing yourself to be nothing for a moment instead of letting these thoughts carry you. Allow yourself to just float. Completely empty. Namaste.